You want that rematch next? And if so, how likely it is that we're to see that fight happen again this year?
I'm not sure.
Gervonta "Tank" Davis has said who he will be fighting next. It's strange that Davis has chosen not to fight Monroach, since the WBA lightweight champion has said that he will be very busy in 2025. He just said he wasn't going to fight Monroach. He also said that the same opponent came into his locker room after the fight.
Well, what is?
You might say it in a minute. You definitely might say it in a minute.
A lot of people don't know who Gervonta Davis will fight next, but he has told his fans that it won't be Lamont Roach. People who follow Davis have lost faith in him and now see him for the shady person he really is. He has been dodging a fight with Lamont Roach because he clearly sees him as a big threat and doesn't think he can beat him. If someone calls a fight a draw when it's not, Lamont Roach would win.
Is that the one you want next?
It's definitely the one I want next, but it's not gonna be next.
Well, what is?
As many people thought, Gervonta did not knock out Lamont Roach in his most recent fight at the Barclays Center. Instead, the World Boxing Association Lightweight Championship match finished in controversy. There was a lot of controversy after the fight between the association lightweight winners. In round 9, Davis thought Zay hit him on the knee, so he ran to his corner to wipe his eyes. But the judge didn't call it a knockdown or disqualification for Davis, so the fight with Roach went on and ended in a surprising draw. Turki Alishik is in charge of Matchroom Boxing and Top Rank, and Davis has not joined either of them.
You said that you have your opponents mapped out, so who are the opponents for the final stages of your career?
Not to cut you out.
Davis says he has only fought twice since being named the face of boxing. His first fight was in 2023 against Ryan Garcia, and he beat Frank Maron. He was told to stay home before his fight with Roach, following a plea of guilty to driving charges related to a hit-and-run accident. T was later jailed. Davis said, "I want to be active in 2025. This year, I want to stay in the ring more. With 3 fights, I hope Roach comes first, and then we'll figure out what to do next."
It's like,
Anyone in mind that you're thinking about after Roach?
nah, not yet. I'm just trying to focus on him right now. And then once we get him out the way, then we can,
Who would Davis fight again this year if he wants to? It's not likely that Davis will fight the real contenders and belt holders in his weight class if he wants to fight again. Instead, he'll probably try to pull off the same trick he did with Lamont Roach and set up a fight with an unknown Boer opponent. But who knows? Maybe Gervonta Davis chose to unify this time after learning the hard way that it's better to lose to a champion than to a contender.
If you won this and that's your last fight, or still some more heads you gotta put on the wall.
Yeah, it's definitely some more here.
As for Davis's choices, fans and the media are most interested in a made-up fight between him and undisputed super bantamweight king Naoya Inoue, because it would be a big draw.
But that's definitely in the back of my mind always. Like, just me training, I'd be like...
Davis said in a post from 2023 that he would not fight Alishik because they were too heavy. He also recently wrote, and then deleted on social media, "I'm the only fighter you all want to see in the ring with everyone. It doesn't matter the weight right now. It looks like a fantasy. IBF lightweight champion Vasily Lomachenko, who Davis said he would fight not long ago, is currently the champion."
Or they asked for me to fight or something like Lomachenko, and he was like, he retired type of vibe. I don't know why I keep saying.
Fans of boxing were almost able to see this fight happen in 2024. But talks broke down because Lomachenko wanted to take the rest of the year off. According to ESPN, Lomachenko's manager, Iggy Sklima, told Steve that Lomachenko was taking the year off to spend more time with his family. LMA says that money isn't what drives him. The 37-year-old Ukrainian beat Georgia Kambosos Jr. last May to win the IBF title.
And he was saying that I felt as though like he didn't really like, they were saying that he was scared or anything.
The IBF recently told Lomachenko that he had to fight the winner of a planned interim fight between Raymond Morala and Zorabdul. Lomachenko does compete and faces the winner of the Mora vs. Abdullah Davis fight in 2025. Fields is a long shot. Davis beat Roach by majority decision in a fight that caused a lot of controversy because Davis took a knee in the 9th round, but it wasn't counted. If a 108th round had been scored, it would have meant that Davis had won the fight.
I don't think that's the case. I feel as though like he reached that point where as though it's hard for him to get up for a fight. You know, I feel as though like
Mr. Davis's actions running to his corner, turning away from the action, and partly leaving the ring made it clear that he had retired or quit the match. Mr. Roach is sure that the commission will agree with the millions of people who saw the fight and say that Mr. Roach really won the fight, either by technical knockout, since Davis was not allowed to fight in the first place, or by being banned for bringing an illegal item into the ring.
more so like he's older now. He got kids too. It's more so about the kids now. I feel like, you know, all the
The result has not been changed, but there is still a chance for a rematch because Davis has made it clear that he is ready to fight Roach again in a lightweight class with both well-known fighters and up-and-coming stars. Some individuals may wish to challenge Talent Davis for his title, and Davis expressed his readiness, stating, "I'm ready to fight anyone who has the courage to step in the ring and challenge me." Davis is now the second person in the 20. As a Valentine's Day surprise, Keyshawn Davis from Norfolk, Virginia, knocked out Kenny Barney in the 4th round to win the WBA lightweight title in front of a sold-out Madison Square Garden Theater in New York on Friday night. Davis, 25, had an easy night after a tough fight week in which he said Barney's team sent a racist package to his hotel room. Barney was never really in the fight, whether it was because of Davis or Barney.
Tank Davis, the top guy. I would go for the top guy. If I could choose, I would choose Tank Davis. I would not Tank short it out. Tank is a great fighter. Hats off to Tank. I'm not even about to just do it.
After his last fight, a shocking knockout in the 2nd round against Gustavo Daniel Lemos, the businessman made it clear that he was ready to fight the World Boxing Organization champion Baron Kin. He also called out Gervonta Davis when he talked to Mike after the fight. "Hey Tranto, knock knock," he yelled. This fight has been building for a while as the lightweight titans have continued to compete.
He's a great fighter, you know what I'm saying? Like, everybody knows that you got the power, you got the skill and ability, he's patient, you know what I'm saying? But I know who I am. That little short can't touch me.
Keyshawn says that he has more than one reason why he will never fight Shocker Stevenson besides just Gervonta Davis. Brian Bomick McIntyre has done a fantastic job promoting the fight and is very sure that his client is the one to finally beat the WBA lightweight champion. Bulk believes that Dant is the ideal opponent for Keyshawn, anticipating that the 25-year-old puncher will deliver Tank the same devastating blow that his renowned student Terrence Crawford delivered to Errol Spence in July 2023 for the undisputed welterweight title. Keyshawn agrees with this comparison and says, "I'm young, and I don't think the fight will last the full 12 rounds, but I'm willing to fight for 12 rounds if necessary."
With that same shit he coming with, and you know that his coach Kenny, you know, got a lot to say. You know what I'm saying? So go fight from Cuba. No, nigga, I don't fight.
He's not as smart as I am, either during or after the fight. That one punch is all we'll remember. I can punch someone out with one punch, but he's done it 3 times in a row. We don't really know what I have, because I've only fought 12 times, and in only 3 of those I was at the very top level. Since this is my 4th fight with Barney, there are a lot of things you should know.
Tank, stop mentioning other people when I mention your fighter that you talking about, boy. Like, don't play with me, bro. Y'all know how I'm coming. Tank, if you wanna fight, send me a contract, bro. Tank, you know.
When I trained him, I wasn't thinking about fighting him, Keen said. The first time I sparred with him, I was 16, and the second time, I was 21. And I was about to go to the Olympics. I thought, okay, I just fought one of the best pros, and I have what it takes to go pro and be dominant. They were fierce spars. I've always been good, even as an amateur. People have always said, damn, you've got to fight Keyshawn. I didn't just turn pro. Everyone knew me. I was like, I'm going to fight Keyshawn.
Scared posted those messages about me sparring. I'm really looking at it like, okay, so what? That I DM'd you.
When Gervonta Tank Davis college shocker Stevenson out for avoiding a fight with one of the faces of boxing, he seemed pretty sure that he was giving Stevenson a contract. However, Stevenson's team has responded that Tank may not have sent Stevenson the contract. The World Boxing Council lightweight champion is defending his title this weekend in Saudi Arabia. Davis's side has never made him an offer of any kind.
Or Matchroom. Gervonta said, quote, Ninja sent him a contract. He went elsewhere. End of the quote. Now, one of the PBC.
A few months ago, Stevenson shocked everyone by claiming that the entire contract story was a fabrication and labeling Tank as a liar. However, both he and Gervonta Davis had said that they had agreed informally to fight. Meanwhile, Stevenson's co-manager, James Prince, recently said that he doesn't believe Davis's claims because there's no proof that he suggested Gervonta to Davis.
Espinoza is lying. And recently, like yesterday on Cigar Talk, Shakur came out reacting to the news that Gervonta.
The truth is that everything Shocker says is true. He's going to take advantage of any opportunity that comes his way. As for anything offered to us in Tank, he doubled down on his position that Tank sent a contract and said it never happened. Well, it's not like Gervonta Davis to lie, so we'll have to wait for more information on that front. In the meantime, James Price did say that talks about a possible clash were going well. A mean of 1.2 million people watched the fight, which made Gervonta Davis's choice to fight the 27-year-old smart and profitable. The undetermined fight has delayed the Davis vs. Stevenson bout. Everyone discussed it, but there was no definitive agreement. James Prince made no mention of paperwork or offers. They simply never materialized. But in the middle of all this contract offer drama, Stevenson recently shared his thoughts on Tank and said that he knows this possible clash could be the biggest fight of all time.
I'm a real person. Like, I'm not gonna go up there and act like Tank is not a good fighter. I think Tank is a hell of a fighter. I think he's special. What he does with his talents is amazing to see. I love the way he boxes. But truthfully, same way he asks, oh, what have I?
It's clear that rivalries are important in boxing, and Stevenson's possible fight with Gervonta Davis has sparked the most excitement. For years, Stevenson and Davis have been circling each other and trading jabs on social media, but they've never stepped foot in the ring together. Their fight is still a long way off, but tensions are rising. Stevenson, the World Boxing Council lightweight king, recently brought it up again. I'll disbelieve Davis's claims about his words. I'm not worried about this. What he said in a recent interview differs from what's on his resume. Because he used so many words, I don't respect it. But I get it. I get it. He has to do these things to fight me because he's smaller than the other guys. I think he and I could have the biggest fight in the world, so it has to happen, but it's up to him. Stevenson told The Stomping Ground that this isn't the first time the 27-year-old has tried to build a resume. He once said, "You're taking the less skilled fighters and putting them in the ring with yourself and making them look like they're on this level, but they're not. They've been insulting each other for a while." Davis called Stevenson an easy fight last year, and Stevenson warned that Tank was in for a rude awakening. This kind of behavior wasn't new.
Roach, but do you feel like you guys could fight 2025 or 2026?
I ain't gonna lie, I ain't into chasing people around. I mean, if he's willing to fight, I'm ready.
Because talks broke down, there was no fight. Davis quickly blamed Stevenson. He says Stevenson skipped over him and even wrote on X, "I sent him a contract, but he went elsewhere. Get off my chest, UBB meter shocker." Stevenson snapped back in an interview on Cigar Talks. "I'm a liar. If he sent me a contract, tell him to post the contract he sent me. That's what I want to see." Davis's recent admittance that he plans to retire from boxing this year limits the likelihood of fans getting both of those fights before his career is said and done. However, during a recent podcast with rapper Lil Yachty, Davis admitted he is more likely to take a break from fighting than hang up his gloves for good. "Yeah, I've been having those thoughts on changing my mind. I need to get myself together. I need to pull myself together and take a break, not quit. I'm not going to lie. I already told him we were done with it, and I need to work on things like being there for my kids, taking them to school, and growing as a person and a great person." His most recent comments come after he told boxing fans, "After next year, I'm out of it. Out of the sport. I can promise you that I won't fight anymore after this year. This stuff is trash, goodbye. It's getting old on me, and I don't care about BS or any of that."
I had already made a promise. I had already made a promise to Al, like, we out of it type of thing. But it's like, I can stick around and just, I will help people.
Getting my money and leaving is a big worrying of mine. I'm tired of everything, not just fighting, and I have kids too. I just got into a fight, and I don't want to keep fighting and getting hit. Instead, I aim to focus on establishing my real estate business, avoiding media attention, and generating income discreetly.
As far as like me competing, I don't really want to do it. It's like other stuff I need to work on, you know, like being more there for my kids, going to school, you know.
Boxing fans often criticize Davis for having a thin record. His best win on paper was against Ryan Garcia, but the 10 rehydration clauses inserted into King's contract have put an asterisk next to the win for many fans. Additionally, Davis has never unified his belts with an active world champion. Tank has won world titles in super featherweight and lightweight, but he will have to challenge Davis for those titles.